Anyway, I'm Babbage again. Third time introduction. Here with these other people.
I'm Clater Tot.
It's me, Tommy, otherwise known as Liberal Tears.
Nice. It's a die. Noah.
Like an egg, man.
Yeah.
Who do you vote for?
Who did I vote for? Good question. Maybe you'll find out later in this episode.
Okay.
Stick around, guys. You don't want to miss it. Gotta give the people what they want, you know? No.
It'll be revealed.
At our political discussion further in the recording. Because I know that's what you people actually want, not us talking about SpongeBob.
Anyway, I guess we'll get going. We're on to SpongeBob, and SpongeBob has to chaperone Mr. Krabs' daughter to prom because no one else will do it.
And why? Why does SpongeBob have to be her date?
Because he wasn't there to say no. Because he had a dummy in place of him, I guess.
No,
he didn't seem excited.
The other guy that Pearl was going with was like, you know what? Do I want to go with a giant whale to prom? Probably not.
She crushes you during sex. Boom, roasted.
Got him.
Oh, Lord.
Anyways.
Also, why is it called Chaperone when he's technically her date?
Yeah, I don't know. And they're like the same age. He's like...
Wait. I thought SpongeBob was definitely older. So maybe that's why.
It's ambiguous.
He's like simultaneously 16 and an adult with a house.
Yes.
Obviously.
They're just able to adjust it according to what the story demands.
Oh, it's like he dropped out. He's like the cool kid. I don't need to finish school.
He's a burnout.
Yeah.
That's McConaughey's pedo character from Dazed and Confused.
All right.
Yeah.
The older I get, they all stay the same age. All right. Words to live by, I say.
I wish as you said it, like you could see like the words like getting painted on your wall, like the live, laugh, love font, but just like as I get older, they say the same age. Like that just forms on your wall.
To a guy's place in college, and he had a flag on his wall that said, it was just a picture of Kim Jong-un, and it said Riv Raff Rub.
Nice.
What
I was like,
fuck?
oh, because Asians. And I was like, that's pretty good.
Did that make you feel comfortable?
Oh, I felt super welcome.
Yeah, he actually took off his pants. You know, that's like just walked around in his boxers the whole time. That's
fair.
That's how you know when you're comfortable.
Mm-hmm. These are facts.
Pedophilia and racism. Let's do it.
SpongeBob has to chaperone her, take her as a date, and he decides to make himself tall, dark, and handsome. Basically, tall. What is it? Tall,
long, tan, and handsome.
Yeah, long. Long, tan, handsome.
I was like, oh, this one's a pretty good one. I just didn't stop. I was like, oh, okay.
I already had the fucking description for this episode.
So much pain.
Welcome to the worst fucking episode of this goddamn podcast. I advise you not to watch or listen.
That's
Stop
what
now.
the people want.
We're 6 minutes in. You can back out. The cost is not as much as how much time you've put in.
Please continue.
Yeah. So SpongeBob wants to make himself long, tan, and handsome because that's how Pearl described her boyfriend that was going to take her to the dance. And then he's at home and he's trying to figure out how he's going to do it, and he just reaches inside of Gary, digging around in Gary's skin pockets, and then
grabs. Gary have that magazine? What do you think?
Grabs a magazine called Long, Tall.
Why does he have it?
Long, tan, and handsome. Because Gary's cultured. What are you talking about? We already went over this. Where
he's away with words.
Is it just a magazine filled with images of tall, tan, and handsome boys?
No, it's like it teaches you how to. like Cosmopolitan, where they like teach
But
girls how to
Gary's
have
a
sex or
snail.
whatever.
He doesn't need that.
No, it's exact. No,
He
doesn't-
needs
wow,
to
now
know
you're being
about all
racist.
forms of life.
Because he's a snail, he can't be long, dark, tan, and
Oh, so he's living vicariously through other people?
No, he's just learning.
Oh, okay.
I think he has a
Gotcha.
life outside of SpongeBob. Like, SpongeBob goes to work all day. I think Gary has, like, a double life.
What, do you think he has another, like, gang of snail friends he hangs out
Wow,
with?
gay.
No, he's
'cause
above
a
them.
snail?
Yeah.
Come on,
Come
Tommy.
on, man.
God, dude.
We thought you were
What's
better
the
than
term
this.
for a group of snails? A gaggle?
Just friends. They're just friends.
Oh, okay.
God. He reads this magazine, and then he gets an idea to make himself tall, I guess. I don't know how he makes himself tan or handsome, but
Put himself in the toaster.
Put himself in the toast.
I don't...
Which then he never got tanner after that.
He plucks all of his eyelashes and puts new eyelashes on.
that are exactly the same.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, you can't have anyone mistaking Pearl for a planetarium.
What does it mean?
I don't know what that even means.
She doesn't either, though.
Don't know.
So SpongeBob just loves prosthetics because the last episode it was him with prosthetic arms, and now he's got prosthetic legs.
He's kind of like a little engineer throughout this first season, honestly.
Yeah, he does be kind of putting it together, don't he?
He do be doing that.
They do the mouth harp noises while he walks, like boing boing boing. It's pretty satisfying to hear him walk around.
Oh yeah.
He goes to pick up Pearl, and she's makes a list of all the shit that he can't do, just don't be yourself, basically. And then he's like, "Oh, Pearl, we should probably get going. I got a limo out here," and she freaks out about that. And then they roll up to the prom, and the limo's dragging the ground because Pearl is a whale, and everyone's it's like the limo's screeching the metal across the pavement. Everyone's covering their ears.
I think SpongeBob has to pay for that.
No, I think Mr. Krabs probably footing the bill. It's been
Mr.
shown,
Krabs.
it's been shown Mr. Krabs will pay for his his happiness of his daughter. So,
I'll buy it.
so then we kind of get into the actual prom. SpongeBob is being a normal shithead. And we meet a bunch of Pearl's friends and their dates. They introduce them, and they're the guys. The prom dates just answer back with meep,
Meep.
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 But
Meep.
one of
Amy
them has a
Fishkin.
very southern accent, and she goes, "This is Brian Flounder from math class," and then he just gives really quick meep.
And he has one of those coconut hairdos, like all the hipsters. No, that's very cute.
I like
Yes,
the
they
classic
had the
bowl
time.
cut.
With the shaved edge.
You doing okay over there, Ernie? What's happening?
I think he's transforming into a Terminator.
Oh.
And then basically just SpongeBob shenanigans where he can't walk with his legs that he built, his stilt legs that make him tall. And so just SpongeBob just causes a disaster everywhere he goes, and that's one of them.
That's the joke.
I mean, yeah, that's the joke of the
That's
episode.
the episode. It's so annoying.
SpongeBob tearing up the prom. And then he feels really bad because Pearl obviously is not having a good time. And then he goes into the bathroom and is crying, and Pearl tries to talk him out because she's she feels bad for him. So SpongeBob's in the bathroom crying. Pearl feels bad because SpongeBob has ruined her prom, I guess. I don't know why she feels bad. Because SpongeBob has ruined prom.
Yeah, this is he's gaslighting her into apologizing.
And so then he comes out, and then they start to dance, and they do a dance called the Sponge, which it should come with a warning, don't do this dance unless you're a trained professional or just a sponge.
Yeah, unless you're invertebrate.
Yeah. And so it causes a lot of people to just break into pieces and die, kind of.
You get both of your legs up,
you grab
and
one of
then
your
you
legs,
just bounce your butt on the
put it in
ground.
the air, and you grab your other leg and you stick it up there.
I do
And
this
then you
Oh,
just
probably gonna
bounce.
be doing
Now
a
you're doing
sponge
the
later
sponge.
in that limousine. SpongeBob, man.
No.
No.
What's the WAP version for a whale?
Oh, well, the joke I was gonna make was that SpongeBob would just eat Pearl out in the back of the limousine as a gift for prom.
All
Um,
right.
The WAP version is
horrible.
the WAP version is a wet ass blowhole.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A WAB, yes.
Yeah. Although, no.
Pearl's also a child.
Pearl's a mammal because she's a whale, so she definitely.
Also, I
just
think
has a-
technically a teenager.
she
I think
has a
Tom can
regular
verify that
vagina.
for us,
So,
though.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Wait, do whales have penises?
Yes.
Oh God, what does that look like?
Absolutely. Have you seen one of a blue whale?
Baby J, what are you looking up?
Yeah, I looked it up. There's a man holding one.
Oh my
They're
god.
pretty big.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, actually.
Well, now I have to see.
I recommend if you're driving to not pull over on the side of the road just to look this up.
Yeah, that's, I don't like it.
Yeah, well, penis is interesting.
Well, now I gotta look it up.
You should look up snake penises or duck penises. They'll blow your mind.
I've seen a duck penis. I
Yeah,
think
I've
it's
seen the
funny
duck one.
that when I googled this, I just typed in whale dick.
Do you think the images of the Loch Ness monster could just be a large whale penis?
That's what the algorithm is trying to tell me on Google Images.
Yeah.
No, that's like famous. Like the guy admitted that was just a head strapped to a submarine, so like a toy submarine.
I'm not buying it.
It's whale dick. I've seen it before.
It's whale dick.
So then SpongeBob, after giving Pearl the best whale dick in her life in the back of that limousine, takes
Yeah.
her home and delivers her to Mr. Krabs. It's almost played like they're gonna kiss because they had like a prom date.
They hold hands.
And then Mr. Crab like opens the door and he's like, "My beautiful flower," and then like it's like not. He's not talking about Pearl. He's talking about like a little flower that's on the ground. But then Pearl just goes inside, and then the episode like it goes to end, and the SpongeBob pokes his head around the corner and picks up his dummy that's in the prom suit, and you're like, has
Is this
the
whole
dummy?
thing for knots?
Yeah, well, has the dummy been alive? Did SpongeBob not go to this prom? When did he swap it out?
Yeah. Doc and
So many
Sponge.
questions. So many questions.
What is the dummy made out of? Is Clayton was talking about while we were watching it, because it's very realistic, and he goes to explain it
Probably whale penises.
to Mr.
It's made out
Krabs.
of the secret formula, dude.
Oh, so it's just like a big dildo then.
Oh, here's a fun fact about whale sex organs.
All right.
I found this on Twitter, so it's got to be true.
Clayton, you like this?
A blue whale's vagina is so big and deep that 5 to 6 men can easily lay down in it, making it the world's next biggest pussy after the Uvalde Police Department. Boom roasted!
Oh my god. Did it really say that, or did you add that?
Nah, that's literally what it says.
I like that they measured it with how many men can fit inside of it.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's the
Do you
first thing men would think about when they see a giant pussy.
How many
Yeah.
of us could fit in there?
Do you think that the men went in naked?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna, like, probably some messed up people.
Yeah, like you're gonna actually measure it. I mean,
I've been wanting to crawl back up in mama since I was born. And
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
we're going down a dark road, boys.
Get lost, pizza topping. Okay.
So yeah, we've really went off the rails, but that's the episode of the Chaperone. And, when we come back, we'll talk more Will Dick, which is going to be in the next episode, Employee of the Month. right, well, welcome back.
Oh.
This is the
We're
second.
back? I didn't
This
know
is the second bit of the episode, which is titled "Employee of the Month." Have you ever worked anywhere where there was an Employee of the Month?
Yeah, at my last job, there was one.
Did you ever win?
The pig had one.
Did you ever win Employee of the Month?
No, like, they stopped it after a few months and then never brought it back.
Why?
I don't know. It wasn't much of an incentive, and it's like it's across a lot of departments too. So how do you even compare like people from different departments? It was dumb anyway.
The closest I've ever had was at Best Buy. They gave like a WWE style like wrestling belt to like the best like department for that month.
Oh yeah, I would have
Hell
liked
yeah.
that. That's cool.
And
Yeah,
so
that's
the warehouse won it like the first time they gave it away. So. And then the store closed. So there you go.
Oh,
Was it because of the wrestling belt?
Yeah, we fought each other over it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that is not. It's not why. So when we left that store, another store had like purchased, like I rented to like move into it because it's just like a big warehouse kind of store. And on every like hidden wall surface that we could, we drew like little penises all over. So like every like little corner and like any like shelving. So yeah, yeah, my artwork is somewhere out there. Anyway, back to Employee of the Month.
Was it based on whales?
Yeah, the wiener that I would draw would be a whale wiener. Yeah, it would not
Good.
be a human wiener. SpongeBob has won Employee of the Month at the Krusty Krab for 26 months in a row. He's going for one more. It's in January. He looks at the calendar. There's 28 days, but there's like 31 in January, so they were all over the place. However, SpongeBob at the beginning of the episode is like, "Hey, Squidward, do you know what day it is?" And Squidward says, "Is it Annoy Squidward Day?" And then SpongeBob shows him on a calendar that is scheduled for the 15th. And later we see it is for January. So that means that the day that we were recording this podcast, January 15th, is Annoy Squidward Day.
Woo! We made it.
Who's the Squidward of our group? Is it me?
I'd say me.
You're the
Or-
Squidward?
I don't know, just general distaste of living.
Oh god.
Like
Like-
clarinet.
And you do play the clarinet.
I do play the clarinet, but I'm good at the clarinet, so I don't know how.
So, Squidward, did you hear him rip that when he said, "I rock"? All he needs is the confidence.
Yeah, that's right. He was on the knee, the Dutch angle. He rots.
Yeah. I think
Ah,
Squidward would
rock.
have some shame for burping 70 times and talking about whale pussy though. So
Yeah. Or maybe he does that with his friends that we haven't met on Squidward's podcast that he does.
Yeah.
Tommy, your camera is shaking. Are you like
I'm sorry.
wiggling your knees?
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. Like it looks like you're
I'm sorry.
living through an earthquake.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay, Tommy?
I'm okay. I'm sorry.
It's like Tommy has now.
It's not okay, Tommy.
Tommy's now realized he's a Squidward of the group, and now he's like, actually, like, yeah, actually, I did.
I'm coming to terms with it. Right
Yeah, this isn't what I wanted to be when I was growing up.
Okay, who's the SpongeBob then? Let's get that one. Let's get that one.
It would
Let's
have to
get
be
that.
Clayton by default.
No.
Like the SpongeBob.
yeah, he sucks. Yeah.
His need for want and need and want for destruction is what causes him to be SpongeBob.
Exactly.
This is
And
a
my-
mean-spirited exercise.
And my willingness to be undressed.
You're regenerating
Um,
arms.
And
Yeah,
Jack,
especially.
Jack can be Larry the Lobster.
Absolutely, I was gonna say Jackson's Larry the Lobster in that case. What does that make Noah?
Sandy, cause Texas.
There we go.
And where does that put me?
That's your Plankton.
I'm Plankton. I'll take
You can also
that.
see Patrick if you want.
I'm gonna say we got Patrick left as
I'll
well.
take Patrick. I'm the stupid one.
What?
No.
Just kidding.
Jesus Christ, dude!
I went to college.
I went to college.
Just kidding. I'm just.
All right, well, there's our group dynamic. It can't be changed ever.
Now that our confidence is shattered.
Move on.
So SpongeBob wants to win Employee of the Month. It's January 15th or whatever. Anyway, SpongeBob is worried because it's like the day before the award, and Mr. Krabs is trying to keep him motivated. So, as any good company, he'd be like, "Well, I don't know. You may not win it. Squidward's pretty good." So SpongeBob kind of starts freaking out about it. And he's trying to do a good job, which causes him to do a bad job. Which then brings us to SpongeBob like throwing Krabby Patties around in the back of the in the fry cook area, and Squidward being back there, and then one of them landing on the fan and like farting on Squidward whenever he says that this job stinks. Which was a pretty funny bit because every time that he would say something about how easy the job was or Employee of the Month was stupid, he would catch a Krabby Patty basically to his entire body. I liked that part. And then it goes to SpongeBob like devising a plan to make sure that Squidward can't win this award. So then he decides he uses binoculars that are super binoculars where he can see through the house and like exactly what Squidward is doing. He decides to set Squidward's clock back or destroy it so that Squidward will be late to work. Therefore, he can't win Employee of the Month. He can't take it away from him. And then we get the nice meme. We get a build up to it where SpongeBob is trying to smash it while Squidward's getting ready for bed, and then he gets inside of Squidward's pillow, and Squidward fluffs the pillow, and SpongeBob does a goofy little laugh that Noah likes. And then he tries to like reach out of the pillow to adjust the alarm clock, and Squidward sees that and throws it against the wall. That was pretty good.
With a lot of force.
Yeah. And then SpongeBob starts smashing Squidward's alarm clock, and then it turns out that Squidward has more alarm clocks. What is happening? There's a cat. Anyway, Squidward has more clocks. It's a closet full of clocks, which is where that meme comes from of him opening the door and there's just a bunch of clocks. And then they fight and set a bunch of traps for each other whenever they're like sprinting back towards work to try and get there as soon as they can. Tommy, you're being summoned.
Did they see that?
Yeah? All right. We good? There you are. Hey, welcome to the show. What's his name?
This is Chad, everybody.
Hey, Chad. What's your opinion on this episode so far?
Meow, you shit.
Oh.
All right, perfect. That's what I thought you'd say. So anyway, they are trying to, stop each other from getting to the store before each other, and I enjoyed a lot of the traps that they set for each other, which eventually leads to Squidward being strapped to a ship and SpongeBob being strapped to a anchor, and they're dragging themselves along, and then they both call a truce, but then they don't mean it. And then they run into the store, and Mr. Krabs is like, "Oh, good, I'm so glad they're here early." And then they start making Krabby Patties, and they make 1 million until the store blows up, and then it rains Krabby Patties, and people are eating free Krabby Patties. And then we don't ever get a resolution on who wins.
Yep.
And that's the episode.
There is no Employee of the Month.
It's all a lie.
So what did you guys think? You guys had a favorite part? You guys have any other bits you want to talk about we didn't hit?
I don't think this episode definitely wasn't as good as the last one.
Yeah, I mean, some of the traps were, like you said, were kind of funny, like SpongeBob and the brick wall. Just, I mean, some of those are pretty good, but yeah, overall,
The boat
didn't love
inside
it.
of the glass bottle.
Yeah,
Was my favorite.
that's a good one.
how did Squidward get inside that glass bottle? He's just walking, and then he can't get out. And then all of a sudden, he's inside of a glass bottle. But he doesn't walk into the open mouth.
Cruel, capricious god SpongeBob
He is a
phased him
god.
in there.
And then SpongeBob writes loser on the outside of the bottle. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, couple good bets. Yeah.
Overall, pretty shit though.
Yeah, no, this episode. Yeah, I'm going to start it off. I'm going to say my favorite moment, and honestly, I'm having trouble thinking of one. I'm just going to go with, I can't go out with a fry cook. It will mess up my complexion. It'll look like a planetarium. It's like, what do you mean by that? I don't know. Favorite moment, episode 5 out of 10. Didn't really like it.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah, I liked at the prom when Pearl's comforting SpongeBob in the bathroom and tells him he can come out, and he's like, but yeah, 4 sponges out of 9 episode.
I like that
I
rating.
didn't even come up with a unique rating. That's how average this.
Yeah, I always remember.
Honestly, this is below average for me.
I always remember the prom episode being weird. Like watching as a kid. Like, I don't know, the background animations for some of the people, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's weird, and it evolves. Like, this episode really gets crazy at the end, out of nowhere.
Just
That's a very weird one.
Yeah. It was bad animation. It was one of those episodes where they just kind of tried to save the budget too, especially the second half, which I feel like we say most of the episodes. But they really did it.
Really phoned
this
it
season's
in.
definitely cheaper, but there's definitely episodes where they're phoning it in.
Yeah.
Chad, what was your favorite part?
All right, nothing to say.
Yeah, all right, yeah. It's about how we all feel, I guess.
Yeah, I've been trying to think of a good moment. I'm like, I can't really. Nothing.
There's the
pops
one where
into
he's
my
trying to
mind.
get the little thing in the punch bowl.
The scoop in the punch bowl was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
not bad. I mean, seriously, it is hard to come up with one.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that episode's like, how many fucking sponges? Like, I gave it like 2 sponges.
Go, boy.
2 out of 5 sponges.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
No,
I'll say 4.8
Nissan.
Xbox controllers out of like 2. So,
That's a really high rating.
Holy shit.
but the more you have, the worse. It's like golf, dude.
It's like golf, man. Noah's introducing a new rating system. I like it.
IMDb gives this episode an 8.3 out of 10.
Bullshit.
That's way too
It
high.
was not that good. It was very
Yeah,
bland.
that's way too high. Since this episode came out on my birthday, that is what we're rating it by. And I'll give this. How old was I? Yeah, I was 6. So we'll give this 6 my birthdays out of 10.
Nice.
I have a quick question for you guys about this episode.
Yeah.
Do y'all think this is the worst episode we've seen yet?
Let me look at all.
Personally, I think it's the most like I don't really remember much. There's not really like an iconic part in either episode, so I'd say so. At least
Yeah, I think it's for me too. The only other one that comes to mind is like pizza delivery, but this one I think is worse.
Yeah, pizza delivery is kind of a hot take at that. Like most people, that's a high-rated episode. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about Sandy's Rocket and Squeaky Boots?
that one was pretty boring too.
Sandy's Rockets was great.
I still quote
I
that
still
one
like
all the
Sandy's
time.
Rockets. Yeah, I give that one the
Twins.
edge for quotability, but I
Okay.
still think this one was worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, this is for me. This is my worst episode so far. Like I remember liking it as a kid because I was like, "Oh, sick! He made fucking what are those stilts or whatever?" I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!" And now that I'm older, I'm like, "Wow, this is really not good. It's really weird and dumb." Yes, except for the dance. The dance is good. They need to add that to Fortnite. Really.
They
Oh,
need
the
to add the
sponge?
sponge.
Yeah, that would actually
Or
be
the
pretty
whack.
good in Fortnite. That would fit.
The WAP. You said
No, the
WAP?
whack. Like
Oh,
where
the
they're just
whack.
slamming their bodies together.
Hell yeah, dude! New TikTok dance. There you go.
Start the trend.
like if I go through and like look at these episodes, like the dates that they say they premiered, like the Chaperone Employee of the Month is in a weird spot. Like, because like before this,
I'm
we
looking
had
at it as well.
October 2nd, Muscle Bob Buff Pants, and then technically this is the next episode, and then you had Scaredy Pants, and then you had like SB19. So there was a bunch of other ones. Like this episode like premiered.
This is released
later.
out of order.
Huh.
Because some shows would do that.
Yeah, I wonder how they order it then.
I'm sure it was probably like through DVD, like whatever the ordering is on that.
Interesting. Well, anyway, that's where we're at. I don't think I gave a favorite bit. The Closet Full of Clocks, because it's a meme, I guess. But otherwise, there wasn't really much to write home about here. You know, I'm sorry that it's such a bad episode of SpongeBob. Maybe if they could make better episodes, we could have better content. So get on that,
good.
Creators of SpongeBob, who's dead.
Oh, you stink!
Next few coming up are pretty good.
Yeah. No, we got SB 129 next and Karate Choppers. So
And Sleepy Time and Suds after that. Like it's we got
Valentine's
good ones.
Day. Yeah, I mean,
And if we make it to season 2, is really what I wanted to get to, because that's season 2 and 3 is really where it starts to slap.
We will get there, and we'll have a million subscribers by then.
I mean, we're there.
I tell you.
Anyway, subscribe to the Patreon to see more cat vids. Us petting, combing our cats. We have ASMR available soon of Tommy burping for
Don't
about 20
recommend.
minutes straight. He can't.
Tommy, don't.
And outside of that, just stay tuned. We'll release another episode. So,
Christ.
that's Tommy's goodbye. He's muted for the rest of the episode.
Got a little,
And,
got a little bit of Tommy toe there.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, Spongies. Oh my god, stop.